West Coast rockers Calavera have been rocking their sick sound for audiences worldwide since the mid-1990s. Mexico City native Cejas is the band's spiritual leader and has been a fixture on the music scene since punk's first wave in the 1970s. But it's the band's unique and ever-evolving sound that best describes Calavera.
Our style of music is considered psychobilly. We're a punk rock band with upright bass, a lot of blues influence, but in the genre we play mostly in is psychobilly.
Any genre with psycho in its name is bound to be a little crazy. But what is psychobilly?
I think it's different for a lot of people. It's just punk rock mixed with hardcore, metal. There's so many different variations on what psychobilly is and what people think psychobilly is. It's really hard to nail down.
With influences dating back to the 1950s rockabilly, psychobilly is hardly new on the musical scene, and though it's very big in Europe and even Japan, Latino bands like Calavera have been influential from the get-go thanks to the music's deep California connection.
California has always had that sound. A lot of bands like the Gun Club, the Cramps, X, the Blasters, the Unknown from San Diego, and a lot of English bands kind of took that sound and took it a little bit further and somehow came back to us as psychobilly.
While psychobilly now has a large and growing following, with bands like the Necromantics and Tiger Army leading the charge, in the early days the sound wasn't so clearly defined.
I think the bands at the time were not necessarily rock, but they were considering it rock. There was a lot of outside influences in music. Used to come up and down the scene, like in punk rock, in rock en español, in rockabilly, in psychobilly, and in even like gothic Spanish rock.
Like many bands in the growing genre, Calavera's fan base extends well beyond the typical psychobilly fan.
Yeah, we don't just play something psychobilly shows, we also do like Spanish rock shows. You know, this band, what I think is so special about it is that we can pretty much play almost any type of crowd. As long if it's rock music, we fit in.
Calavera, that was one of my first bands I've ever booked for the Rumble Bar. That was more of the psychobilly of, I want to say in Spanish, you know, Mexican psychobilly.
The roots of all of us, really, none of us really came up originally with psychobilly. It was more like with a punk rock and evolved into that. I think it accidentally evolved into that.
Though Calavera has played with legendary bands like Demented Argo and The Meteors in cities all over the world, it's Cesar's hometown of Mexico City where the fans go psycho for Calavera.
The scene is definitely intense over there. It's personally one of my favorite places to go play. I mean, I love playing Europe as well, but Mexico City is a little special in my heart.
With the hardcore punk and psychobilly sound of Calavera being embraced by growing legions of fans in North America and abroad, what does the future hold for Calavera and the psychobilly scene?
The band has found its sound, and I think it's going to be pretty much embracing what we already do and just kind of like projecting it more.
I think it's going to get a lot more big, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I definitely see that.
Hey, this is Nick 13.
This is James.
And I'm Jeff.
We're Tiger Army and you're watching Punk Outlaw.